If I stay still, the thoughts of you will sink in. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt to maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to, but you hold on to me cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. Stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you will sink in. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
Okay.
I wasn't done with my homework.
I wasn't done with mine either. It's fine. Ice cream truck.
Ice cream truck.
Hi.
I can't afford those ice creams.
No.
They're out of control.
They are. They're not even that. They're small.
And they're like
They're
more
not
than
good.
$1.
Yeah.
Hi, Uro.
Hello. Hello, Urel. Hello, everyone. We are here on our happy Thursday. We're trying to do Thursdays when we're feeling well. Wow.
Heck loud.
What are you doing?
Just popping open a water.
You know, building
water.
ironwork or something?
Yeah.
So it's not like a 50 cal.
What does that mean?
You know,
talking about
that's how you.
guns.
That's how you set the shell inside one. It go.
Never held one.
I've seen one. I've never touched a 50.
Mm.
They're big. They're big. They're bigger than you think when you go out to them. Really, really wild. Well, welcome to Thursday.
Yes.
We're going to talk about some things. I don't know. We're going to talk about our normal stuff, but we are going to talk about Festival Fit today.
Yeah, we
this
got
is
some,
when it comes
we
in.
got some takers.
We got some takers. We're going to get to that after we go through our, the fun stuff.
But
That's fun
first,
stuff too.
we're drinking.
But
again.
first, let's take a
But
selfie.
first, let me take a selfie.
Yes.
Salud.
Slanchava. We're actually taking this shot on a Thursday.
Mhm.
Just
And
go-
probably just the one, because I got a whole day tomorrow.
It's going to be intense.
This one's
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm gonna save some for Valerie and make her drink it. I
Make her
asked
drink
what
it?
she wanted to drink, and she said, "I'll just pick up some seltzers." And I said, "I'll pick up some seltzers. We're not drinking gin. What are we doing today? What's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on?"
That's wild.
I know.
Hopefully she's listening. I sent them a message.
Oh.
We're going to get to that when we get to the advice, but not. I mean,
'Kay.
Those are the kind of things that I took care of on the back end.
Thanks.
So, yeah. So let's go with, I think by the end of next month, what is next? End of July. I'm going to have our Patreon 100% up, have our videos on there. Haven't had a lot of time to go through some of the videos that I want to put on there. Some of the fun stuff that we do behind the scenes. And we'll probably do some random videos, those kind of things. But we're working on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of putting
We
the
can do
library
an interview on our walk.
out there. We could.
I don't know how to do that, but
What do you mean?
we have
We
to
could
hold the stick, hold a mic stick. What's
Yeah,
it
we
called?
would.
Camera stick.
It'd be, who are these influencers
Oh God.
walking through the neighborhood?
We could just do an audio version.
Ha!
I don't.
No.
You always watch us sweating.
Yeah. Yeah, but it'd be inspirational for our
That's
Festival
true.
Fit.
That's very true.
'Cause we have been taking our walks, and it's about a mile to a mile and a half.
Yeah. Today we
Um,
didn't.
No, we did not. There's a lot going on, and we might get into that. It's up to what Sarah wants to share and what she doesn't want to share. So, if you want to join that and see some of these behind the scene goofy things, go to patreon.com/Sarah and Scooter. That's Sarah with an H, and don't use an ampersand. Spell out the word and.
Oh,
Go see us.
love a good ampersand.
Sarah and Scooter.
Ooh,
Patreon.com.
Patreon. That's what he said.
Patreon.com.
I said Patriot.
Something like that.
Different website.
No, I don't even know what that is. Then we go right into it. Sponsors, Eleva Consulting. Make sure to go to Eleva Consulting. You got to just mention Sarah and Scooter for a complimentary introductory consultation.
Okay.
Wow. This is rolled off the tongue.
You didn't say it right though. You always say leverconsulting.com, and I say .com.
So go to elevaconsulting.com
.com.
for a complimentary introductory consultation. Just mention that Sarah and Scooter sent you over there.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Also, go to Instagram and check out Yaya's embroidery.
Boom. Look at these.
She does all the things, the hats, the
Not
shirts.
the graduation eyeball thing.
Oh
but
no, that's just my
get it out of the way.
Aw, but it's so cute.
Nah, it's
He
weird.
looks like a pirate.
No, it's fine. Put it in the center then. Put it right there. All right.
So cute. Mention Sarah and Scooter, you get 10% off your whole order.
Yes. There's going to be some things that we're going to be, if you're part of the Festival Fit,
Group.
if you're part of the Festival Fit Challenge.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
'Kay.
You have to actually be part of the challenge. There's some people that just haven't said anything, but I think they want to be part of it.
Oh.
Just haven't said anything.
Say it. Say it with your chest.
Call out to you, Valerie and John. Haven't heard from them.
Yeah, we'll ask him this weekend.
We're going to bug them. We're going to see him IRL this weekend.
We
so
are very
we can
excited.
bug them then. But yeah,
And next weekend.
check out the Yaya's embroidery for these kind of goodies,
Yes.
and also for some of the goodies that we will be getting for our Festival Fit.
Woohoo.
Super fun.
Good thing.
All right, what you got?
I put, we have no more kids. Our youngest just turned 18 yesterday. And it's funny. So this week, it's Janie's birthday, CJ's birthday, Morgan's birthday. So today's Morgan's birthday.
Bailey's birthday.
Sorry, Bailey. Bailey's birthday. Sorry,
2
Bailey.
days ago.
There's just so many birthdays this week. Or born on day anniversaries.
And some guy named not to be named anymore.
Voldemort.
Sort of.
Okay.
He's just taller black version.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah. A friend that's not a friend anymore for some reason.
And that's not a friend.
He showed up for like CJ's first 10 birthdays.
Oh.
Because they had the same birthday.
I say his name. Becca just says we can't. That's
Oh.
fine. It's Uncle Larry.
Yeah.
Uncle Larry.
He had a birthday?
He did have a birthday because they share the same birthday. Duh.
I just said that.
Totally forgot about it. Uncle Larry.
Holy cow. Like, this
Listen,
is your side.
My brain.
I'm remembering my side and your side?
Yeah. My
That's
memory
insane.
expands like day after, only one day at a time at this point in
So
life.
there was another birthday this month? Do you even want to know?
No.
The infamous L.
Alice turned 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infamous L.
One day she's going to really like us.
It's
just know
going
it.
to, she's one, I feel like a person of that personality and that intelligence, that social awareness intelligence, has to get into where she really understands sarcasm really well. And then I'll say something funny, she'll get it, and then we'll connect. I just feel like that's,
I'm not that funny. I'm not.
no, I'm just saying that's how people like that.
I
I feel like kids like that.
I'll have to
how
have
they
one
work.
of the other grandkids like me, and then she'll like me. That's my in.
Well, the grandkids all love you. They're obsessed with you. I show up by myself. They're like, so where's Sarah? And I'm like, hey, man,
Who's the one that plays?
I'm right here. Or lets me draw on her phone.
I know.
You're not touching my phone?
But yeah, lots of birthdays.
Yeah, a lot of birthdays this
Yeah.
month. To me, it's like this is a very similar month as like September.
Mhm.
September has a lot of them too.
Yes.
They're all packed in there. So,
Yeah. Oh, was it in June? Yeah, Aaron had a birthday.
all right. So that was
Didn't know what it
yours.
That was my good thing.
Was what?
But no more kiddos. CJ is officially 18.
We still are very responsible for the human being, but
But they're not kids. They're adults. That they're considered
legally,
legal
yes.
adults.
Legally, yes.
And that's crazy.
Legally, yes.
Yeah. I had a doctor ask if I want to have any more kids. I said, that's funny. I said, no. My youngest literally just turned 18 yesterday.
I have
F out of here.
I have a 6-year-old granddaughter.
Out of your mind.
Mhm.
But I understand the question because we know multiple people who have had kids in their 40s, and that's just the life that they chose
That
to
we
live.
don't live.
Nah.
No, it's like it's really nice for you. It's like you're in your 40th year and your youngest is 18.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's perfect.
I'm 51.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Close enough?
And I'm not like
Heck, old.
your atypical 51.
Yeah.
There's, you know.
Yeah.
So
Hi, Keith.
Keith checking in. Hey there.
Yeah, it's just a different time. Everyone's like, it's not empty nesters because he lives here, but it's
Yeah.
empty nest-ish. It's
It's
pretty darn
empty-
close.
yeah. I mean, it's one of those things of, you know, he's still like asking little things and he'll get there. And I was like, because we were asking about there's certain things that I'm asking him not to do in my home, you know, and those types of things. And he kind of keeps doing them. And all I said to him was like, hey, we've been nice about it for a long time. You're an adult and we're going to start treating you like an adult. So the conversations are going to get a lot shorter. It's just going to be like, don't do that ever again.
Yeah.
It's not going to be you're in trouble. It's not going to be grounding. It's going to be like, it's our house, our rules. Like,
Yeah.
So we wouldn't let our friends do that. So
Right.
why would we let you?
Yeah.
So
But
that's,
That's exciting. He's 18. And he's all,
Yeah.
the first thing before it was like Monday or Sunday, he's like, on Wednesday, can I go thrift store shopping with my friends? And I said, sure. How is everybody getting there? I said, does everybody have a ride? He said, no, but I'll be 18. Can I drive them? I said, fine, but the rules stand. No one gets that crazy in the car. Emotions are kept in check.
And if I'm not mistaken, he put gas in the car.
He did put gas in the car.
Did he use his card?
I don't know. I don't even think I care.
You don't, but he doesn't even have your card anymore.
Yeah, he
right?
does.
Oh,
I give back to him.
no, but he did. When I got in the car, there was not a mess in there.
Yeah.
And at a full tank.
I almost cried at a full tank of gas. I could have cried.
I was like,
I don't even care if it was my own money. Somebody else did it.
yeah. I was like, he
all
took
that
the time
matters.
to drop off all the people. And all I told him when I was like, so did they help you pay for gas? And he goes, no. And I said, well, is there gas in the car? And he goes, yeah, I put gas in the car. And I go, well, you should probably put that on check because then everybody's going to expect you to take them everywhere and you're paying for the gas. I was like, that'd be insane.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah. I mean, you're,
happens.
yeah, but it does happen. But it's like, you're the one that has money in savings.
Yeah.
The other people don't. So they end up using you for your capabilities to drive a car.
Uber.
Also, they use your capabilities of putting gas in there. So it's, you don't want to, it's kind of the fine line to do, what is it called? Not accountability. It's your boundaries with your friends.
Yeah.
Like, don't push your boundaries.
Yeah.
I already gave you a
when
ride.
You're young, it's so.
I was like, if you give me
so
$5,
Yeah.
well, these days, if you give me $50,
Right. I could get a quarter of a tank.
No, I just thought it was pretty cool.
That was. What's your good thing?
Mine was, as a team, CJ and I were going to clean out the garage and the back patio, and he had to clean up his room, really nice before friends came. He got it done a day early.
Yep.
I think that's because he didn't have time to do it yesterday because he wanted to go thrift store shopping. He wanted to be like Macklemore. So yeah, he got it done a day early. Room looked good. Most of the dishes got taken out of there and will not return. That was, and I cleaned out the garage, getting it ready for our shindig this weekend. And today, I think the big good thing was CJ and I went out and cleaned up the patio out there. And between the two of us, it took like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. But we worked together, got stuff done. Nobody was upset. We're both freaked out about
Spiders.
That's a lot of spiders. I was like, not freaked out, but it was like, I don't jump when I see a spider, but it's just like, how many more are there? There were so many because nobody cleaned up that back patio since well before we moved in. We've been here a year.
Yeah, very true.
So before then, it was just, there was a lot of just stacked up things on the back patio. So, and it was mostly just leaves, but that's where all these little guys were living for a long time.
Gross.
So, and CJ and I cleaned up the back patio, got along. Nobody even got frustrated.
That's nice.
It was just, let's get it done.
Wow,
so it was really nice.
One in a row.
Hey,
just kidding.
I'll take it.
I know. That's it. It's all I got for good things.
Ah, okay. Let's go.
Okay. Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
So, I am on my last assignment as a fundraising director for the group that I'm with. And there's relying on people. Being an adult and having to do a group project in real life with people is probably the most frustrating thing in the entire world.
True.
So there was an event, and at this event, we were supposed to pick up a system we needed for our stand. And so someone said, okay, I can go. I said, cool, because I can't make it. She said, as soon the next day, we will schedule something. We'll meet. I'll give it to you because I can't be there on the day the fireworks stand open. I said, cool, sounds great. I didn't hear anything from her. The fireworks people were like, hey, you have to come and get your packet of documents that you have to put up on your booth. I said, okay. I drive the half an hour to get there. We were had to go anyways, but I had to drive the half an hour to get there. And I get there and I said, hey, did she ever pick up our POS system? And they say, doesn't look like it, but I also don't see that you guys have a POS system. I said, interesting. Let me message her. Hey, did you make it to that event and pick up our system that day? No, I couldn't make it. Ma'am, is that something you could have said, I don't know, the day of, the day after, somewhere in there so I could negotiate to make sure we have a POS system for this event that's about to start in a couple days? I don't know. Maybe that's a thought or concept you could think of before you just screw over the whole team. Oh my gosh. It's just.
It's not that. Hold on. There's a key part. She didn't just not pick up the POS system.
No.
She declined it.
She declined it in the paperwork.
So she chose to say, we don't need a POS system.
I don't think she knew what it meant. But she didn't ask.
I think she just thinks she's the POS. So she's like, we already have a POS.
It's just adult projects suck in the real world. And
adults suck.
Yeah.
Like adults, there's, how do I say? A lot of adults suck in a way of they live in a very small bubble. So when they try and do a group project out there, they do everything like their little bubble doesn't.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not how life works. Your bubble works a certain way. Like if you work at a school, it's a huge bubble. Like there's certain acronyms, certain things and stuff. Like there's a certain, if you work at the state at 5 p.m., you're off work.
Yeah.
Right. If you work at a school, when school's not in session, you're not at work at all for that whole week. So it's hard to do group things or group projects with people that live in bubble type employment.
Yeah.
Because, oh, it's the weekend. Why would I do anything on the weekend? I mean, remember when our kids used to say that? I was like, it's the weekend. I don't do anything on the weekend. And I was like, well, then everything's late on Monday. Right. Okay.
Homework's from Monday through Friday.
I was like, what is it? That reasoning is so weird. And it's like, and it's similar concept. Some of the people that you are on in this group are part of a school. So once school's out of session, they're out of session completely. Like they're MIA. Yeah. They're not on vacation. They're not anything like, they don't work. So they don't have to worry about anything. I was like, huh? So it's a strange, is it dichotomy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
And also I was looking at this again, this is just a group chat rant. That I was looking at the sign up for this thing for the next week, and Mondays are good. I mean, mornings are great. Everyone signed up for a morning shift. Great. Between 1 and closing, it's pretty bare. And I'm like, I'm not going to be there every single day, all day long. I'm not going to be there from 1 to 10.
We're not going to be we're going to be out of town for 3 of them.
Yeah. So we're going to do Sunday, Monday, Friday. Right?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, babe. Like
Sunday, Monday, Friday. I already told them. I said, these are the days I'm going to sign up. The days I can. You guys get to figure out the rest. I am doing my best to get us through this last event.
Yeah.
And then I'm saying,
because you're the fundraiser.
Yes.
Right. So you set up the fundraiser.
Yes.
You're not the volunteer coordinator. That's so at this point forward, once you set up the fundraiser, it's out of your hands.
Yeah.
That's a different job duty. I know because I wrote the job duties for that nonprofit.
Yeah. I'm not going to just show up because there's no one there. Then we shut down the stand for the day. Like it's going to be what it is. If there's no one there, then there's no one there. We're going to move on with life. But it's not ideal. But again, I can't be there all day.
Well, and you shouldn't feel, you're not obligated to.
Right.
I mean, you're obligated for a couple shifts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That everybody that's on the board, a couple shifts.
I agree. I haven't signed up yet, but yeah. I'll talk to you which ones you want to do.
Me? I'm not on the board.
I didn't say you were.
Oh, so I don't have to.
You're on board with me, obviously.
Oh. Ugh.
I showed up to all the crap for you when you were on the board.
Ugh.
We could do night shifts.
No.
Why?
That's the worst. You just said nobody signed up for the night, so
right. So it's just you and me.
Shifts. So we're just gonna do all the night shifts.
Who's gonna? The first couple of days, no one's gonna be there. No one even buys fireworks till like Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Anyways,
that's a whole nother conversation that does not have to be on a podcast because that's boring.
Maybe people are interested in fireworks and how it goes.
No, they're not.
And dealing with adults.
Dealing with adults is different. Dealing with each other.
Ugh.
Same.
Yeah. What's your rant?
I don't have anything.
Okay, that's nice.
I had actually. I don't think I did have a rant. I don't think there was a lot of frustration, really, because I mean, cleaning the garage wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Because it was decently clean when I moved in a year ago. I just moved some stuff around and swept the floor. So that wasn't really that rough. yeah, nobody's really. There hasn't been a something that's
It's been quiet.
Well, I think.
Touch wood.
Yeah, but we've also been head down,
Yeah.
nose to the grind.
Yeah.
We haven't looked up a lot. And that's a whole nother situation.
Whole nother rant.
Yeah, it's a whole nother situation.
Don't own a business. It's a lot of work.
So
Keith said I ran a fireworks stand. Kind of rough.
yeah, we've done it. We did it
years
as volunteers. We did it as for our 501c3 few years ago, 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was the president at the time, and I had another president coming in.
Yeah,
I think
you
at
were
that
outgoing.
time. I was outgoing. He was incoming. So I was like, I just said, you have to do this. You have to do this. That's it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it's not like, oh, I might be able to. It's either a yes or a no.
Yeah.
If you give me a yes, I'm going to ask you to make sure that you're there.
Right.
If you say no, a maybe is a no
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
A maybe.
There's no maybes in this.
A maybe is a no because it's because I ran retail for 13 years. It was like a maybe is a no. Because if I can't count on you, then I need to move forward.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
Yeah, you got some of these graduating seniors who are now 18 to come volunteer.
Well, I do know that there was like 6 18-year-olds. There were 6 18-year-olds that year.
Yeah.
That came and worked the stand.
We're gonna have someone here on Saturday. I'm about to be like, everyone needs to sign up and
Yeah.
volunteer at the stand for this week. You guys aren't doing anything else.
We know
Literally.
you don't do anything. We know where you don't work.
Okay.
So I didn't really have anything like that. Are you gonna do some what's up, or are you gonna? Is it just me, or?
I didn't look up anything else. What's up? Keith said, "True, Scooter. I've had one maybe show up in my lifetime."
Yeah, maybe means no. Maybe means I've got something else going on.
Oh, the kids always told me that. When I say maybe, it means no. I said
Mhm.
maybe.
No, all maybe means is it's not high on your priority list.
Yeah.
So if it's not high on your priority list, something else is going to come up.
True.
9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So if you sit around doing nothing, you go, oh, guess I'll swing by the fireworks stand.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's a maybe attitude.
Yeah.
If you say I'm going to be there, you put it in your calendar.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
I need to do that.
Right.
I don't have a what's up in your area because I didn't look it up.
Okay.
I feel like something's happening everywhere all the time.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I mean, we're getting close to 4th of July.
Yeah.
We're getting close to a lot of things, you know,
Yeah.
especially for us. So, but I don't know about what's up there, but there's always Friday here at Sacramento, the what is it? Music in the Park.
Oh yeah, concert in the park.
Concert in the Park every Friday.
Yeah.
Cesar Chavez Park.
Yep.
Downtown
We've never been.
Sacramento. No, and we know bands. We literally know bands that
Yeah.
have like they're friends of ours that have played down there.
And
We
we
still
still
haven't
haven't
got it.
gone. No,
But it's tomorrow.
true.
Um,
Oh, that
this
means
weekend's off.
we do an inventory at a friggin' fireworks stand tomorrow.
You do?
Well, that's when everything gets delivered is tomorrow.
You said you weren't doing inventory either.
No, I said I was going to inventory. I said I'm not doing it by myself.
Oh.
Yeah, I said I'm
Okay,
not going to do
so-
inventory by myself.
Okay, so let's stop talking about fireworks stand because that's gonna
That's
dominate.
our life right now. I'm sorry.
That's your life right now.
Your life is my life, and my life is your life. So we have fireworks.
Okay, I'll remember
as
that.
life. Yeah.
I remember that.
When you were in jujitsu, was that not our life?
Yeah, it was. That was for the betterment of me. This is for the betterment of no one.
Of children.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's
it is.
It's to put money in people's pockets that the children never see.
Yes, they do. They wear it on their bodies when they're wearing their uniforms and the food that they eat, the instruments that they have.
Okay.
Anyways, I don't know what's up in here. Sorry.
So you have nothing.
I just got back from the store like 5 minutes before this started.
All right, then. Skip it.
Shout out! Woo! Guess I could talk about your doctor appointment today. I mean, if people want to know.
It's up to you.
So it's because that's part of my shout out. Oh, you lost my eyeballs. I went
Sorry
to.
about that. Moving your stuff around because I was trying to get ready for my shout out.
Oh, sorry.
You can.
I didn't know that's what you were doing.
Well, you see me struggling.
Well, that's your whole life. So I have a history of when I tell my doctor something's wrong, they ignore what I say. For years now. It's
True.
been years. So I finally had a doctor listen to me. And so I had to go and get imaging done a couple weeks ago. And they're like, yeah, you have fibroids like on your uterus. And I was like, cool. I mean, not awesome, but I'm like, it's glad to know that there's an answer of what that means. And so then the question is, what do you want to do about it? So today was my consultation about what do I want to do about it. And again, it's not going to happen until like the end of the year, but it was nice to sit down and like have a conversation, an actual conversation with the doctor who doesn't make me feel like I'm a crazy person and is like, yeah, here's what you have. And no, it's not normal that your uterus is that size. And no, it's not normal that you have all these fibroids on your uterus. And I'm glad we're doing something about it. And I'm like, me too.
So shout out to that one person who...
My one nurse practitioner who was like, that's not normal. I was like, I know. That's what I've been trying to say. But everyone just told me it was. But also shout out to the nurse who was like, did you lose weight? I said, no. She's like, oh yeah, looks like you lost a pound. And I said, thank you.
Thanks.
I said, I'm pretty sure I just peed. It's just water weight. Oh gosh. But yeah, that was the day today. But literally so thankful to like, I just kept telling Scooter, he's like, well, now this is making me nervous because now you have to have like a procedure done and all this stuff. And I was like,
no,
hey.
It made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
There was a difference. Like, I couldn't even talk. Like when you were telling me about the stuff, then you have to be, down for this amount of time and the procedure and those kind of things. And all I could think of was, I have not a pessimistic mind, but I'm not a super optimist. I'm like, stuff goes wrong.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, just was feeling nauseous.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about the procedure itself. Right. I don't have a problem with that kind of stuff. It's about the human being in my life that is like my best friend, my everything. Kind of, would be weird to not have you around. Yeah. Let alone, you being, I don't know, incapacitated for however many weeks is totally fine. Right. But I was just like, it's not that. It's that impending.
Yeah.
Woo. That's not going to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I literally felt nauseous.
Yeah.
That was like, why do I feel like I'm going to throw up?
And I'm over here like, heck yeah.
He's like talking about how we're going to do this. And I'm sitting there, I'm just listening, like being supportive, like, yeah, oh yeah. And then this. And I go, yeah. But I'm like, oh, I just felt nausea. It was, yeah, there was a lot.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. But it's not about me. So. But
it's exciting.
It is about me.
Yeah, shout out to people for finally listening to me. Very exciting. Yeah. That's my shout out.
Okay, my shout out is for finally. The camera's coming on right now. Finally, the Ballad of Nod came out.
Hey,
showed up in the mail. Thank goodness. I have not read it yet, but the Ballad of Nod is one of the comic books through Scatter Comics, who we've worked with for years. I think they're coming up in their 30th year, something like that. I don't know. And this one is by the first person that I ever met that actually got my foot in the door with working with Scatter Comics was James Burton. So him, I've known him longer than anybody in the Scatter Comics community.
Yep.
Because I ran into him at it was a RPG D&D thing. So I made sure to go over and interview him about D&D and all this kind of stuff and his comics. And then we was the Damage Inc., Monster Hunters. And I was like, oh, this is cool because it was about their D&D adventures and that kind of stuff. And the people he played with, I was like, cool. And this one's been going on for a while. And it's kind of a very heartfelt comic because it's about, well, you'd have to look into it because it's really about communication and about his sister and his kids and all those types of things. So I don't want to put any spoilers out there for what it is, but you have to check it out. It's the Ballad of Nod, James Burton. It's James Burton the second is his IG. If I'm not mistaken, I was just looking up to make sure just a little while ago.
Keith said it's a great book, and Scatter Comic turns 35 next year.
35, because I remember they're 25. Holy smokes. Okay, so we've known them for a little bit. So yeah, it's James Burton II. So it's James Burton second. So check him out. Make sure and check this one out because this is one I've been very, very excited about coming out for a long time. I even have the shirt.
The bear's cute.
Yeah, I have the shirt that says "I kill monsters" with the little bear on it, with the patch over his eye and rip marks and all that stuff. I do have that shirt. It's really snug on me these days, so I don't wear it as often as I should. So, but no, thank goodness this showed everything in the mail yesterday. So I will be reading it over this weekend and soaking it all in.
Ooh.
And of course, James always writes me little notes.
Aw.
Little notes here. You don't get to read it, but for me, thank you.
I haven't even read it.
Oh, yeah, you don't need to. But the one little note on here on the little artwork that he also sent it with it was something that I don't think it's personal, but he did it for an artwork thing. And it says, Patches, did I make him to learn how to talk to my daughter?
Aw, that's cute.
So it's kind of one of those things of, as an artist, somebody who does things artistically, to talk to their kids and relate to their kids, it's not easy for a dad.
Yeah.
So we have to find something like music or magic cards or I don't know, movies, Marvel Universe. Like I have to try.
You're right.
You don't, with the kids, but with my kids, I have to try. Like I had to connect with Mariah through Marvel. CJ a little bit through music. We haven't found something.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even know what he likes.
Jewelry.
He doesn't even like jewelry. And then Elise was, magic and D&D-ish and kind of the nerdy comic stuff. So that was really like anime. But we have to look into that. You don't like any of that stuff, but they're still 100% drawn to you.
I like Marvel.
You
I don't
like it,
geek
but
out about it.
yeah, you're hearing what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you have to be a dedicated. So
True.
have to be a dedicated fan of something similar to your kid, and then they'll talk to you. That's kind of a dad thing. At least the dad thing that I've experienced. And maybe it's because I'm a crappy dad. Maybe that's just a part of it too. I'm just not a very loving person. Could be totally part of it too. But thank you, James, for putting that. And that note in there was really the note on the art there was really, I was like, whoa, I have to talk about that. And also the note, because I don't think I've double purchased his books because I
Want the note?
didn't know, because I didn't think I had that version of it or something. So I've done that multiple times. He goes, you already have them all, don't you? And I was like, yeah, but I didn't have that one, like that version of the cover. I didn't, so whatever. So big shout out to James Burton II.
Ooh. You want to talk about some entertainment this week?
Yeah, I got some.
I have two. I have two and a half.
Same. Mine's music and show.
We're going to talk about the same show. I just know it.
Okay.
What have you been watching?
Fubar.
It's very funny.
Fubar.
Yeah.
I will tell you, what is it on? Netflix?
Netflix.
You have to watch it. I mean, if it's just cheesy enough to be fun, and it's just emotional enough to be heartfelt.
Yeah, that's fair.
It doesn't go drastic, so cheesy that you're like, come on.
Yeah.
It doesn't go so, relationship heavy that it's still not. It's just like, okay, you have an agenda. Got it. It doesn't go too far on the pendulum for that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty light. It's got good action.
Got good action. It's got good comedy.
Got good comedy.
Yeah.
It has Fortune Feimster in it. She's
very funny.
One of my favorite people to be in that show. She's hilarious. And of course, it has Arnold Schwarzenegger. It has Carrie-Anne Moss in this season.
Yeah.
So that's pretty rad. So yeah,
got the Swedish mafia.
That's pretty funny. They have a Swedish mafia in there. That's pretty funty. Especially when they drew them out by. Did you see when they posted their picture while they were in their safe house?
Mm-hmm.
What did it say?
I
hate IKEA.
Yes.
It was just that kind of funny. It's just funny. So, yeah. What was the other one?
I've been watching ER.
Oh Lord.
from the beginning, from 1984, it feels like. But it's so funny when you watch some of these shows and then like you start diagnosing yourself, even though they're probably not even using the right lingo half the time. But in your mind, you're like, so I wonder if my breathing's labored, and I wonder if this means, and I wonder if that's what this means. And I'm like, there, you're fine.
Do you remember House? House used to be mine.
House, I didn't like House because it gave you hope. I like ER because people die. In House,
die in House,
but in House they made it seem
He's
like
also a drug addict.
But let me finish. House made it seem like when you go to the doctor, you're gonna have a dedicated team of people who are gonna figure out what's wrong with you, and that's not real life.
No,
you get half the doctor for about 45 seconds, and then they say, "Sure,
it's a
I'll see you later."
20-minute appointment that you have to wait 45 minutes to get seen, and then sit around for 45 more minutes. While a nurse pops in and out once in a while, and you get to see the doctor for about 5.
Yes. Yeah. So ER I feel like was more reasonable because they do. They're like do and go on the next one, and they come back.
I forgot you had to make the appointment up at least a month in advance.
Yeah. And God forbid you're 15 minutes late because now your appointment's canceled, even though you were just gonna sit in the waiting room for 40 minutes before someone called you. Yeah. Anyways, ER has been my show recently, and I've been self-diagnosing.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to hear it going on because I watched them like I think when they came out.
I don't think I did, but I think it was too young.
To a baby.
I was a baby.
I was young too.
Oh, the giant flies in here.
Yes, I was hoping you wouldn't see it.
How can you not? It's ginormous.
We let the fly in.
It's a giant one. Also,
we were working inside and out. As long as it's like 1,000 spiders, but I think. Since we killed so many spiders
the flies are coming in.
Sprayed for so many spiders, the flying bugs are like, here we go.
That sucks.
Open for business.
I left the spiders.
It's not that I didn't want to. I shooed most of them away and then sprayed around the perimeter. So it's a deterrent spray. It does kill them, but it's also a deterrent made out of flowers and stuff like that.
Chrysanthemums.
Yeah, it's made out of that so that it will kind of, the scent and that kind of stuff deters them from coming that direction. It doesn't just kill, but it deters new ones.
We just need to get our assault rifle in here.
Yeah, we need to get a dual wielding one. I need to be a dual wielder.
No. Can't even aim with the one we have.
It's because you've left the laser on.
It
has
just
a
needs
laser
battery.
pointer. Yeah, but you left it on.
I didn't.
Then how did the battery die if you didn't leave the light on? Didn't leave the laser.
Wasn't me. I've never used a laser sight.
You only use the gun. Nobody else uses a gun.
Is that true?
All I can hear is
you've used it. That's how you know I never used a laser pointer.
And you go up there. There's like salt everywhere. The blinds are crooked, and there's a fly buzzing around the blinds.
That's how you know I never used a laser pointer because I have to shoot 18 times.
I wish that wasn't
me,
but that does happen. All right, where are we at?
What's your entertainment?
Oh, my entertainment. Mine. Token and Ren came out with a new song today and a music video, and it was actually quite good. I have
listened to a Ren song without me.
Yeah,
that seems rude.
What do you mean? I'm the one that introduced you to Ren.
You were upset that I listened to Ed Sheeran songs without you. I didn't even do it.
I was gonna listen to it before you.
Right.
I said I didn't do it. I thought it was that way. If you listen to an Ed Sheeran song before I did, I don't think I'd be offended.
You were.
No, because I'm the one that
said, have you listened to Ed Sheeran songs? I said, yeah. You said, without me? I said,
oh my
yeah.
Lord.
You're like, I thought we were going to listen to them together, which is funny because I actually didn't listen to the Ed Sheeran songs. It was a whole another song I'd listened to.
Okay, but so this came up on my algorithm. It was a guy named Token. He's a British rapper, musician, but it said featuring Ren, and I was like, oh, I need to check this out. Really good. You have to listen to it. What does your love look like? Really good. It has to do with breaking relationship cyclical, like seeing your parents and how they were, and then trying to do better than them, and then that kind of thing, but you don't know how to do better than them.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You have to kind of learn that instead of just So it's really, really good.
Listen to that with you if you don't try to mansplain it.
No, you don't. It doesn't have to be mansplained. The video's spot on.
I'm just saying. Sometimes you like to over-explain
the
things.
video is really good at showing it and saying it.
Okay.
So I don't mansplain Ren's stuff.
Oh, you mansplain all music.
Not Ren. Like
All
he
of
just
it.
says it. And you're like, "Whoa,
Youngblood,
did you
same
feel that?"
thing.
Youngblood's different. Some of his stuff is a little metaphorical. That
Don't
kind
need
of
it
stuff.
explained.
Ren's pretty straightforward.
It's music. Either you feel it or you don't. That's music.
All right. You're about to feel something.
Hypocrite. Man, I cut the side of my face.
What?
I think because I have a tendency to not file my nails. I just kind of tear them. And so then I scratch my face. So now I have like cat scratches right here on the side of my face. And I never look in the mirror. I was driving today and I was like, I was going to an appointment. So I make sure I have everything in my eyes. And I was like, what is this? And I scratched my face.
She has bruises. I mean, the other day she had a bruise on her boob.
That's more weight.
Well, we had to like go and figure that out. He goes like, how do I get that here? It's like,
It was
really
just on
hurt.
one.
And I was like, what'd you do? And she goes, nothing. I didn't do anything today. I just sat here. I did go work out. I was like, what'd you do while you worked out? Well, I did some dumbbell presses. I was like, well, did you rest them on your chest? Well, yeah. I was like,
where was I going to go?
did you rest it right there where the bruise is? Yeah, probably. Well, then
But on
maybe.
both, but it should be equal.
No,
I'm saying.
not if you, no.
Should
Worked
be
out
equal.
enough to where you're just like one gives a little, oop. Yeah, of course.
Whatever.
So I think that's hilarious. I think that was a video I showed you of that.
Yeah.
I was like, isn't that weird? Look at this bruise on my hip. Isn't that weird? And then earlier that day, she's falling, dropping stuff on her, hitting herself in the head with a cabinet door.
That is the story of my life.
Yeah.
So odd. I got another bruise.
I mean,
under there.
I'm sure you've ran it. Well, you used to run into the corner of our bed all the time.
Yeah, I stopped doing that.
Yeah, because
We got rid of
we
the
got
bed.
rid of it. We lowered it so there's nothing to run into now.
I've gotten so much
So
better.
you have not run into the side of the bed
I haven't run into a lot of
in a
things.
long time. I make sure and tuck things away so you don't run
I've
into
been
them.
paying attention to my surroundings
Okay. Except for when you're lifting weights, like last week.
and corners of the walls. Those always get me.
Yeah, I've
They
seen.
pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, you should see the condition of her watches.
My watch is
Where'd that wall come from? I don't know, but that big gouge right there, I
That's
think it
not
has
me.
like a Samsung
It's-
like logo
Shut up.
indented into it.
This
Yeah.
come out of nowhere.
Yeah, these walls.
These walls. All right.
All right, let's do it. What are we doing?
I think we're advising.
Oh, let's do it.
Advise me not.
Here's where we go. We are going to talk about what?
Festival fit. We kind of talked
Festival
about
fit.
it last week a little bit.
But well, we gave you a little bit of a premise. Now is the breakdown.
Let's do it.
So I have sent to everybody that has signed up for it and one additional person,
Ooh.
Valerie. We just need your step count, okay? That's it.
Okay.
Step count
Take
and
it from a
t-shirt
phone.
size. That's it. I mean, come on. If you want to compete inside this, and the cool thing is you're competing against other people's numbers, but the numbers are not going to be against the other person's numbers. They're against your numbers getting better.
Yes.
Okay. So we have broken it down. I don't know if I did it right. I did. Look at this. All right. So there it is. Here it is. Festival Fit Challenge. Please look at the screen. It starts 4 weeks. It's going to be a 4-week challenge. It starts this Saturday.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Okay.
So Saturday, June 28th.
Yeah.
And it runs for 4 weeks straight. Okay. So Saturday through Friday, just keep these numbers. I will be reaching out through you primarily through Instagram.
Okay.
There is one contestant who doesn't know what social media and how to put links and stuff like that. We'll send that to you, Rebecca, through a text or something.
Or not Snapchat. What's the other one she was on? TikTok.
I'm not. No.
She's
No.
always on
No,
TikTok.
I'm not. I have one. I don't use it except for look at funny videos and then I move on. Okay, but this is what it is. It's in 4 categories, okay? First category is you got to make sure that the next band is about to start, so you need to hurry up, right?
Yes.
So that's basically step counts.
Okay.
Okay. get to the mosh pit is your cardio, because once you're in the mosh pit, once you're down there having a good time, lasting for a 20 to 30 minute set is exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Okay. And when you're done, we got to replenish the sweat you left on others. Because if you've ever been in a festival, you are sweating. When you come out of the mosh pit, the sweat that's on you is usually not yours.
Also disgusting.
So, but still, we got to replenish that sweat that you left on others. When the beat drops, though, when you're doing that, getting some more of that water, you need to not pull a hammy, which means stretch. Okay. So water and stretching is kind of in conjunction with each other. So here's the breakdown. Your steps. Everybody that's in the part of this challenge has given us their step count, except for Valerie and John. So we just need that. And it's not going to be public information.
Right.
It's just for us to look at it and help you, encourage you that the first week that we go live on this, from the 28th, from that Saturday to that Friday, all you have to do is increase your step count by 25%.
Yes.
Whatever your step count is. It could be 5 steps.
Right.
Could be 20. Could be 10,000. Whatever it is, you just have to increase it by 25%. Your steps.
Yes.
So I'm just saying, turn up your dial, not try and compete against other people that are running marathons and doing all that crazy stuff.
That's crazy.
Okay. Week 2, your baseline, whatever it is, steps that you submitted to us, it'll be plus 30. Week 3, plus 35. Week 4, plus 40. So it's not, the first week's the big jump, because we want to get you into the here's the mode, we got to get some more steps. Because once you hit that 25, I think 30, 35, and 40 is going to be easy.
Yeah.
Cool thing is, all you got to do is give me the total for the week, and I'll give you the points allotted, because there's 6 points per day.
Ooh.
Right? Available, which is 6 times 7. Anybody?
42.
42. So there's 42 points possible per week for just your steps, just by increasing your own steps.
I have a question though. If they give you, never mind, you're going to average it per day. Ignore what I said.
Give it to me per week, because her and I have discussed the question she was about to ask. We discussed it.
I was just going to ask for the people. That was all.
The people, you can count it per day, but if you give me a total per week and you only actually walked one day and it was like 20,000 steps that one day, you'll get multiple day credits depending on where your steps are.
Got it. Okay.
That
was the question for the people.
Yeah. So you give it for the week, and I'll average it out to make sure you get as many days credit as you get. Okay. I'm doing all the maths for you. All you have to do is give me the number for the week. That's it. And I'll do the rest. Okay. So get in the mosh pit. Cardio. 4 points per 15 minutes. Okay. So every 15 minutes, and this is also throughout the week. Okay. So 4 points per 15 minutes and a maximum of 45 minutes per day.
Is this an honor system?
Of course.
Okay. Just
I mean, if you're lying about it, then
that's weird.
That's on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's fair.
I mean, it'd be weird for you to be part of this challenge and then lie about it.
Is weird.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
So if you're part of those people, you're weird. You did that for a t-shirt. Okay. So, and that means it's same thing. Time total over 7 days and average per day. Okay. What does that mean? Same thing.
Yes.
Give me how many minutes you did cardio for the week.
Or per day.
Total.
If you're feeling up.
If you want to bring it to me every day, do it every day.
Yeah.
But that'd be annoying. I mean, that'd be annoying for you to have to go, I got to submit my time today. Blah,
no,
blah,
I'm
blah.
saying at the end of the week, if you want to be like, here's my daily time.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or just give me the total.
Yeah.
Either way, because it's going to count per day anyways.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you worked, here's a little sample for you. You worked out for an hour one day, but you didn't work out the next day. Submit that full hour.
Right.
That's why you don't do it per day,
Right.
because you'll get 15 minutes credit for the second day.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Because we don't want people like ramping it up and working out for 3 hours and then not doing anything the rest of the week. That'd be weird. So you only get 45 minutes per day.
Okay.
Okay. Possible 12 points per day, because we really want to get you guys into the cardio, stepping up your movement. That just means, when we talk about cardio, it's just like, get your heart moving, man.
Yeah.
Go on a jog, not just a light walk, but
Or
go on
a
a jog.
super fast walk.
Jump up and down. Jump up and down.
Ropes.
You don't even have to have
jack.
Jumping jacks. Just jump up and down.
Yeah.
For like 10 minutes and then take a rest and then do it for 5 more. There's your 15 minutes of cardio, right? And you could do that while you're watching something or anything like that, or playing with your kid. You could play jump with your kid.
Yep.
You know, those kind of things, like something that gets the heart rate elevated a little bit. You don't have to get into these zones or anything. We just wanted to encourage people to do a little bit more.
Yeah.
And that's it. 12 points per day. How many points per week does that?
12 times 7, 80.
4. All right. So 84. So cardio days are worth double the amount of points per day as the step count.
He said, everybody jump, jump.
Just jump.
Mac, that'll make it. Jump, jump.
Crisscross and make it. And then what's the next one? Replenish the sweat you left on others, your water intake. This is half your body weight in ounces per day. Okay. It's one of the most difficult things most of us have a problem with.
Yeah.
Your body will adjust.
Yes.
The first week, you will have to pee all the time.
All the time.
The second week, your metabolism actually turns up a little bit. You sweat a little bit more, but you don't have to drink as much.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll drink just as much, but you won't have to pee as much.
Right.
Your body will be using it to moisturize your face and give you, less dry skin, and it will do those types of things. So half your body weight in ounces per day. Anybody understand that? That's pretty easy. If you're 200 pounds, that's 100 ounces of water per day.
How many liters is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
America. Okay. Get a conversion app. We have the Googles. Don't drink too much over your ounces because this is calculated every single day.
Yeah.
You can't give me, I did 10,000 ounces and then average per day. We're not doing that.
Yeah. This
is every single day. So this is a daily count. Okay. And all it is basically telling me, yes, I did it this day. No, I didn't do it this day. Okay. I don't need to know how much you weigh. That's insane. This is not a public.
No.
The step thing is just so I can help you get encouraged to what a 25% is. So I can, because I'm going to, okay, we'll get through that. Calculate every day, possible 6 points per day. That's how many points per week?
42.
So water intake, the replenish the sweat you left on others, is worth 42 points per week. We're almost done, guys. Sorry if this is getting boring. When the beat drops, don't pull a hammy. Stretch.
Yeah.
This is my weakest point of all 3 of these. 4 points per 15 minutes. This is set up exactly like the cardio.
Yes.
So as much cardio as you do, try and do as much stretching. It'll balance it out and the points will come at you. Okay. 4 points per 15 minutes, maximum of 45 minutes per day count or challenge. Time total over 7 days and average per day. Possible 12 points per day.
84.
84
for the week.
True. So
I think that by the time in 4 weeks, Scooter's gonna be able to touch his fingertips together
maybe
from stretching.
that's our hope, right? But I don't know if that's gonna happen. So this is a possible point system. So every week there's a possible points of 252 points per person.
Dang. Okay.
The reason I did it a lot of points is so there's not going to be less chance of a tie.
Yeah.
Talked to you about that. I was like,
Yes.
the more points involved, the less chance of a tie.
Yes.
So over the 4-week challenge, there's 1,008 points available.
Woo!
Okay. That's what we'll be calculating at.
I'm hoping for 800.
Here are the people. Here, I'm telling you who is. I'm going to talk about leaderboards. The leaderboards are going to be announced not next week, because we'll have to get through a full week.
Right.
So we'll get through a full week. The following week, you'll get the leaderboard. So there's like 4 or 5 days that the next week is going to go, and you don't know what the leaderboard is.
Yeah.
So that's just to encourage you. Is like, oh, am I winning? So you don't slack off.
Yes.
That's kind of why we gapped it this way. But here's the people that are currently part of it. Sarah and I are going to be part of it. So you're challenged against us too. Keith Carmona,
Hey.
Ryan Egger,
Woo-woo.
Ariel Matar,
Yeah.
Urel Lucio,
Hello.
Rebecca Bell,
Hey.
and Bailey Egger.
Yes.
So that's everybody that's part of it, including us. So the leaderboards,
Sweet.
the leaderboards, boards with some coffee They will be updated every time that somebody submitted some stuff, but it's going to be due by Friday night at 11:59.
Yeah.
Right. So the following Thursday or Friday, you'll get that who was the leader at that point. So yeah. So if we give you the numbers on a Thursday, you still have a Friday, to get out there. And I might just put the leaderboards up there earlier on our socials.
Yeah.
So that people will know. It's like, and I'm not going to put your full name and address on there, but we were thinking about giving everybody like a mascot or something. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we have like 2 weeks to do that.
Yeah.
To get our leaderboards up and
I
going.
would like to be a koala.
We know.
Okay.
Okay. So the cool thing is I am going to be making sure I did send out everybody on the Instagram, this exact thing that's on the screen right there. So you kind of know what the breakdown is. And I will be also sending you a message starting probably tomorrow on Fridays. Because Fridays is your first day.
Yeah.
No, Saturdays is your first day. So it's like a day before your first day. It'll tell you what your step count goal is.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. So I'll do the math for you. I'll send it out to you. And we'll go from there. It's like, here's your step count, for this week to this date to this date. Here's your step count goal per day. And here's your step goal per week. So, because I know some of us are a little bit more of a sedentary lifestyle. We work from home. Other people, we do nothing but walk for a living.
Right.
It's just everybody's in a different playing field. So I got everybody's like last week's amount. So it's not a number you're going to get. It's yes, I'm up 25%.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're not. And the body thing is like drinking half your body weight. If you're 250 pounds and you still feel like you're 200, okay, that's on you. Right. I mean, or vice versa. That's up to you.
Yeah.
If you want to make up stories about it, I can't.
Stupid.
We're all adults. So, that's the rundown of here. Thoughts from you, because this is something you and I discussed on the system. I have a whole spreadsheet on that calculates everybody's stuff. So it'll kind of do it for me. I'll do the calculations behind the scene, and the leaderboard have a leaderboard attached to that.
I'm ready for it. I love group assignments like this.
I do too.
Because to me, it's like a group exercise. And I like group exercise because
it pushes
other
you
people makes me want to work harder.
Yeah.
Or by myself, I'm just like, I'm tired.
What's also, here's the way I look at it. I was like, I do know that even if I'm down here, like doing my dips or my curls or whatever it is, my tricep, whatever, as soon as somebody else is in the room, my form gets better. I finish the set.
Yeah.
You just do.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to look stupid.
Right.
I was like, look at this guy. He's just standing there with a weight doing nothing. Like, no, I'm working out, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It is one of those things. It's like, I know that I could probably, right now I do 5 pull-ups at a time. If somebody was watching me, I could probably do 10.
Right.
Right. I probably could.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nobody's watching me. So 5, whew, I'm tired.
Take a break.
Or I was like 25 push-ups, like, whew, that's enough. Like that. I think that's kind of a thing. So having other people there to challenge you, I think is kind of, and that's another thing. It's like cardio can be also, if you're a weight person, your heart rate goes up if you're lifting weights.
Ugh.
Was it Rebecca was talking about kettlebell swings?
Mm-hmm.
For goodness sakes, if you're standing there, you're on a conference call, you could be swinging your arms and doing stuff. You can get your heart rate up.
But see, you can't. It's got to be a webinar. You can't be on a conference call and exercising.
Sorry,
that
webinar.
Gets real embarrassing when you're trying to respond. You're like, so. I answered the phone the other day downstairs, and someone needed something upstairs. I was like, crap. So I'm like running upstairs, and then I'm like.
But if your cardio is good. Right, we want to be in that situation.
We were holding my breath, so I was like, "Let me get the sentence out, and then I'll try to breathe."
So I'm gonna take this down off of here and go back to both of us. But because everybody that is part of this, did get a copy of this. I sent it to them in their Instagram. The only person that didn't is Rebecca.
Okay.
So we will send that to you, Rebecca, over text, and then we will get this ball rolling. You will get a message probably tomorrow night or Saturday morning with everybody's goals. You'll get a message through the Instagram. If you have a better way for us to communicate with you, I don't care. No, because I want to. Reason here's why. It's because Sarah and I. There's two things that we share jointly. We have an email address, and we have our Instagram.
Yes.
That we share, Sarah and Scooter. We have Sarah and Scooter at gmail.com. We have Sarah and Scooter on our Instagram. So the cool thing is, if you send something to Sarah and Scooter at gmail.com, we both can read it.
Yeah.
If you send us a message on Sarah and Scooter on the Instagram, on the line, we both have access to it. So it's not a just me type of thing, because she's a way more encouraging person than I am.
Oh.
Just in general.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm more of we told them that we were going to send a message to them tonight, so we're sending them a message tonight.
Yeah. I'm
more of that. Okay. During the week, if you have questions or you want to check in, that's probably more her to say, we got this, guys. So I might set up a group on Instagram to where we all kind of chat with each other in a group chat, but there's some people that just don't use Instagram.
Yeah.
Which is your loss. Because that's, Instagram just seems to be the easiest because I know everybody's Instagram.
Right. It's fair.
I could set up other things, but I was like, it's just a lot of work for other people. We don't want to make this work for you. We want the workout to be the work part. So.
Yeah. I gotta work out tomorrow.
All right.
Or walk today.
So I just talked a lot. All right.
Oh.
Okay.
2,600 steps. That's all I had today.
Okay.
It's a shame.
It is a shame.
But that's it. That was our Festival Fit conversation.
Yes. Well, it was my conversation telling the people how it goes.
Yeah.
So, thoughts, concerns, questions. This is the time, guys, because this video is going to be on VOD. So you can watch this at any time if you want to go back over the rules and everything like that. But I think it's pretty straightforward because you guys already gave me the numbers, and I will be keeping in contact with you at least once a week.
I can't deal with the fly. I'm sorry.
I know. It was like, but I can't just keep talking.
I know.
So you gotta help.
It's very distracting. I'm doing my best. I don't have any questions, concerns, or comments. I think I'm going to be the winner of this. I have decided.
And we haven't decided what the winner will receive, but we do know that it's going to be something that's Festival Fit branded from Sarah and Scooter, and we are going to get it through Yayo's Embroidery.
I just remember to be the winner between the two of us.
Oh. And also the reason we got the t-shirt size is once you guys have completed like a first week, we will be ordering the shirts. We're not ordering you anything until you've completed the first week and submitted it so that we can order them the following week. Okay. Yes. For one, I have to design it and figure it out, which is probably pretty easy. I can design it if you want me to. No. It'll probably just be, I don't know what it's going to be. No, thank you.
No one lets me design anything.
There's reasons.
It's many reasons.
Just shove that stuff in the corner. Turn the light on. It's going to be great. So that's a reason for that. You will definitely get that. At the end, there's going to be something it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
I don't even know.
I have ideas. I'm going to bounce them off of Sarah. I'm going to bounce them off of probably Rel, those kind of things. Maybe a hat, maybe, a pair of Speedos.
Oh, God. Keith said, Jason Doobie might be able to help with the design.
I know. I do know that. He designed, he was the one that designed your 40th birthday trip. He's designed multiple things. Our chibis that are literally our logo that you guys are seeing in the bottom right corner, those little chibis and our icons and stuff. Those are all Jason Doobie.
Yeah.
I've had multiple things designed by him. We want to do something, but I'd rather not have our face on it. So it's kind of like one of those. Fair. Yeah. We'll probably have our logo on it somewhere. Yeah. Because we did it. It's ours. Maybe on the back of the shirt or something. But I think I think it might be cool. So
yes, I'm not ready for Festival 1 is technically next week.
Less than a week from now.
Yeah.
We're going to an 8-hour festival.
It's fine.
It's only a 1 day, but it's going to be fine.
It's all going to be fine.
It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
So we're getting all our steps for the weekend, just that 1 day.
Yeah. And just to know, we're talking about Festival Fit, and it's not just for festivals. You know the drill. What else we got for this week? That's what I have. I organized everything else. What else you got?
I don't really have anything.
Yeah.
It's been a week. You guys want to talk about life? It's been a week. So when I say don't own your business, I'm just kidding. It's been one of those weeks of just like, when you're in school and you're about to I don't know, go for holiday break. And then your teacher's like, by the way, here's all the things you're missing. And you're like, well, F. That's what it feels like to own a business. Is that you feel like, I know it's not 100%. I know we're not rocking it, but I feel like we're doing okay. And then it's like you have a meeting with your teacher and they're like, well, you're doing less than okay. In order for you to be doing even okay, we need you to perform a miracle and do all this stuff by Monday. And you're like, oh, okay. Well, okay. It's fine. I don't need sleep. That goes up to 5 a.m. yesterday working.
Yeah.
And, it's fine. It's fine. It's all going to be okay.
It would be fine.
If.
There's no if.
Oh.
Would be fine.
It's not even a whole statement.
Yeah, it totally is.
It would be fine.
Yes.
That's not a whole statement.
You have to finish the sentence.
It would be fine if I did it.
I'm just saying, I just feel like that's kind of it would be fine. And then I go, but it's up to me. Something.
Got
right?
it.
So it would be fine.
Will be fine.
It would be fine.
Yeah.
And then you have to go,
Yeah.
if I would, or I can, or
I just don't sleep.
Yeah.
It would be fine.
Okay, that's insane.
Just fly. But yeah. So it's one of those weeks.
So we're gonna rename this episode "The Fly"
The Fly.
because Sarah can't even vamp or talk about anything.
I'm trying.
She's following a
to
fly
close my
around
eyes.
the room.
I'm trying. It's like one of those things we have to try to remain positive, but also you just want to sit down, have a bowl of ice cream, and shoot some tequila and watch TV. It's like one of those things of just like, I'm on the cusp.
Yeah, do I shut down?
Do I keep pushing through this, or do I just give up?
Well, think about that. I was like, as a company, because most of the people that really are most of our listening base are company owners of some sort. Of some sort.
Okay.
Okay, name one that isn't.
Huh?
She's still 1099s with you. She's 1099 with you.
But yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But not a long time.
Okay, but she knows what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not the people that most of that consume our audio, what do they call it? Pollution.
Yeah.
Do know what it means to work for yourself in a sense.
Yeah. And and the hard part is it's not like they're not wrong. You know what I mean? The teacher's not wrong when they're like, here's all things you need to fix.
They're just telling you what it is.
I know what you're saying and I get it and I agree, but I don't want you to tell me. But it's so sweet because the people during the meeting, they're like, obviously, here are the things you have to do, or here's repercussions, right? Obviously. And then afterwards, you get a message and they're like, we believe in you guys. We know you can do it. And we're like, we know we can do it too. We're working on it.
It's one of those things of looking at a report card is literally just a report card.
Yeah.
It's not of you're doing poorly, you're doing great. That's not what it is.
Yeah.
No report card ever says you're doing great, you're doing poorly. They just don't.
Right.
It's an analysis of what you've done and where you're at currently.
Yeah.
So if you don't know where you're at currently, then how do you know how to improve?
Right.
And I think that's where report cards or check-ins or those kind of things,
Yeah.
You just don't know where you're at. So the more you have those, the better you can know where you're at.
Yeah.
And I think that's where, even in owning your own business, that's where team meetings come from.
Right.
Or it doesn't have to be a meeting, like a team email It's kind of like the one I'm going to send out to you. It's not going to tell you you're doing poorly or you're doing great. It's going to say, here's where you're at.
Yeah. Do what you want with this
yeah,
information.
and here you know what to do. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Whether you want to go do anything different. Really that simple. It's like giving a chores list to your kid. Here's the list. Get it done by Friday.
Yeah.
Not done by Friday. You didn't get this thing done by Friday.
Right.
They're like, well, I had that. I was like, okay,
yeah.
Just you didn't. You can tell me all the reasons and excuses, but the fact is you didn't.
Right.
Right. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think that's everybody needs that check-in.
I know.
So you had a check-in that wasn't what you wanted to hear, but you already knew it was coming.
Right. It wasn't shocking.
It wasn't a surprise.
It wasn't. It was just no.
Because it kind of it flows downhill, right?
Right.
It's kind of like, well, they're holding you accountable, so maybe we're not holding others accountable enough. And then
exactly. Which we're not.
And then go, yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
It trickles up in that way.
Right.
Kind of like if they're not holding people accountable and they're not holding people, now that somebody up top is going, okay, guys,
right.
Nothing's getting done now.
Yeah.
So they go, we got to stop this. And they go, okay, stop this, stop it. You know,
yeah.
but it's also in any business, in any company, it's and I've said this before in here, it's the current, what's imperative.
Yeah.
Right. It's the current focus.
Right.
Like sometimes sometimes it's quality of work.
Right.
It's quality of work. So they're okay with less work.
Right.
Just it's got to be pristine.
Really, yeah.
Then sometimes there's like, we can get away with 70 to 75% of quality. We got to get more in.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and that goes with anything. And it could be not just quality, quantity. It could be overhead. It could be, you know, a lot of things.
I know.
Whatever that variable is that the company that you're working with, it's their focus. If you can help them take care of their focus, you guys are working together for the rest of your lives.
Yeah. That's just been the week. And it's been nice because I've been home, so I've been getting stuff done. Like, and I even had to tell my training group, I was like, listen, guys, I can't help you today. I'm on a deadline. And honestly, today's turned into the rest of the week. I can help a little. I can't help a lot.
But that might show you where your balance is for availability.
Right.
Right. Like you shouldn't be available 24/7.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
As a trainer, that's insane. Could you imagine if you had a personal trainer, just one personal trainer, and they were on call 24/7, how much that would cost you?
$1 gajillion.
It's so much money.
Yeah.
Right. Or a personal chef or a personal anybody.
Yeah.
Right. That you could contact because you needed information. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's so much money. So you being available from 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. is insane.
Yeah. I know. I need to make it a window.
But
it's hard because
it's not.
It just changes. If I'm out in the field, my window doesn't exist. There's no window.
Then you just put it on a calendar that they can see.
That's true.
Here's my available hours.
Calendar.
Just like, think about office hours for all the instructors you've ever had in college.
Yeah.
Their office hours are a certain amount of time.
True.
Like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sometimes 3 hours per week.
True.
You know, it's like, what are your end?
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing that and just putting out like Friday morning, 10 to noon. That's it.
No, it's just like, but it's something to where it was like, here's your training hours. Here's where you're going to get a response from me.
Yeah.
If you get a response outside of those hours, you're lucky.
Right.
Good on you. Luck. Because I would just happen to read the message and could respond.
Yeah.
But those other hours, like, you know that you're like sitting at a desk. And let's say you book something in an hour. You just cancel it. So they go in there and go, oh, they're not available right now. It's really that simple.
I wonder how much Lucy charged would put a plan in place for us. Be like, Lucy, how do I make this life work?
You do available work hours.
I know.
I mean, Valerie has one for me.
Yeah.
That I was like, if I'm going to contact her outside of hours, if she doesn't respond for a day, that's okay. Because but she has work hours. If there's certain evenings from 6 to 9 to her work hours, that's when I know that if I have a question, she responds real quick.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
I have gotten better about not responding to every message as soon as it hits my desk because I don't have time.
But you have to set an expectation of
what that actually looks like.
Because they don't know
right
when you're available and they just think you're available all the time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think they just think I'm available whenever I answer. Like, because they'll send me messages and be like, here's it. And I don't respond. I don't even look at it half the time. And I'll be like, when I can get to it, I respond to it. Sometimes it's 11 p.m. Sometimes it's 8 a.m. It just depends on whenever I have a second.
But that's outside of the hours.
Yeah.
Like, but if you have a dedicated...
Yeah, that I'm free and available.
Well, not free, but free for not a phone call, but more of a, hey, I'm in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm in the chat.
True.
I mean, you can set in the chat that you have set up, you can already set do not disturb.
I know.
Or set available, and you can set that up for whatever hours you want.
I know. I need to do that.
It's available.
I think it does that automatically if I put stuff on my calendar. Yes, if I put a meeting in my calendar, it tells me I'm not available. Yeah.
It does.
I should do that. Just haven't done it. Anyways, It's been a week. That's it.
Sorry it was boring.
I'm sorry it was boring. It's been a week.
Hey, man.
We lost some people. We gained some people. How the cookie crumbles.
That's
Yeah. Man, I don't know if you heard this, and if you guys don't care, sorry. But it makes me laugh when people call me outside of work hours. Like the person that called today, I have been trying.
It was between 5:30 and 6.
Yeah.
I saw it.
I have been trying to get hold of this person for weeks, and they had the nerve to call me after 5, and I was like, I'm answering this.
Picking it up.
Yep. And hey, he's like, he was driving. I said, hey, this is Sarah. I know who you are. I know what number I've been calling all week.
And they were ready to like, oh, sorry, I missed you. I'll give me a call tomorrow.
Yep.
Or it's like, or give me a call back.
Yes.
And I'm like, no.
I
asked you questions.
Not playing.
Answer the questions.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing to be able to answer numbers after hours.
Yeah.
When I know that they've been trying to avoid me. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. I shouldn't be so happy about it, but I am.
Yeah, you get excited.
Very excited about it.
I know you do.
I haven't put a real progress note in.
A real one?
A real one.
Like, it said what they said and
yes.
what you said.
Who I talked to and everything.
That's insane.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
That's kind of an inside joke. So nobody really cares who gets this.
Some people probably understand.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, I think that's it. We're gonna try to go to bed before 2 a.m. today.
We might actually.
We are.
But we're also trying to dedicate our Thursdays as being some time that we spend together. I don't think that's going to happen because she's got to go back to work, I think, tonight. So yeah.
Trying to keep the lights on.
Yeah. So we love you guys. We'll make sure and check in with you. Look for a message coming through your Instagram within the next 48 hours. It will actually have what numbers you need to hit for your steps if you're a part of the challenge. And also, if you want to join the challenge late, please do. Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. The t-shirt's the same. We'll get you the shirt. It'll be a lot harder to win, but who doesn't like a comeback, right?
Right? I'll call it a comeback.
Right.
Been here for years.
I've been here for a week. All right. Love you guys. We will see you very soon. Show up in real life because we're about to do a lot of that in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, month. No, next like 3 months. All right. We might, whoever's listening, we might see you. I don't know. We might check out that brewery you're talking about in the middle of nowhere there, Keith. I don't know. That's looks a little out in the, whatever that's
north.
called. That's a little Northern California for some people. All right. We'll talk to you later. Love you guys. Show up in real life.
And I loved it.